Welcome to this sacred space. Today, we embark on a powerful journey of awakening the Kundalini energy within. This is not just a meditation practice. It's a profound method for spiritual growth. A practice designed by a Himalayan yogi who has transcended the ordinary. You can do this without a guru on your own, with complete dedication and sincerity. A practice that allows you to awaken your chakras on your own, without the need for an external guru. This is a method for those who have been practicing for a long time, but feel they haven't yet succeeded. It's also for those who are ready to open their inner channels and embrace their own power. Let's dive deeper into how you can practice. Sit comfortably. Don't force your spine to be straight. Visualization is key. If you find it difficult, use your imagination at first. Trust that within a week, your visualization abilities will strengthen. Breathwork and candles. Light each candle of each chakra using your breath. In one breath, you can light only one candle. As you breathe, surrender to the energy, allowing it to guide you upwards. Do not fear. When you open your chakras, lower negative energies may rise first, but remain fearless. These are just obstacles that you can overcome through focus. Sit comfortable and breathe. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold for a moment. Then exhale gently through your mouth. Repeat this for 7 breaths, allowing your body to relax completely. Focus your attention at the base of your spine. Imagine a glowing red lotus with 4 petals beneath you. You are standing on this lotus. It feels solid and grounding. Now, light 4 candles, 1 on each petal, using the power of your breath. On each breath, you can light 1 candle. It takes to around 15 seconds for 4 candles. Observe the 3 nadis, or energy channels. Ida on the left side of lotus, which is cool, moon energy. Pingala on the right of lotus, which is warm sun energy. And Sushumna, which passes through the center of the lotus, where Ma Shakti, the divine energy, resides. Bow down to Ma Shakti, the divine mother, residing in the Sushumna Nadi. Humbly ask her to rise, guiding her towards Shiva at the Sahasara, or crown chakra. Look above and see the next lotus with 6 petals. Focus on spinning the root chakra's lotus clockwise. When you start to spin, the lower part of the root chakra contracts, Feel the energy rising upward through Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna nadis. Shakti has awakened. She begins her ascent through Sushumna nadi. Now you go to the sacral chakra using Ida or Pingala. If you catch Sushumna nadi, you cannot reach the top of the lotus. Imagine you now reach the sacral chakra and stand on its 6-petaled orange lotus. Light 6 candles, 1 on each petal, with your breath. It took around 22 seconds. As you do this, you see Brahma and Saraswati sitting on opposite sides of the Sushumna nadi. Saraswati on the left, symbolizing knowledge, wisdom, and purity, and Brahma on the right, embodying sexual energy, creation, and desire. Realize that they are not husband and wife, as told in stories. They represent 2 opposing energies, one of creation, Brahma, and one of knowledge, Saraswati. This choice is presented to you. If you remain attached to Brahma, embodying desire and sexual attachment, you remain bound to worldly creation. But if you choose Saraswati, representing knowledge and higher wisdom, you transcend lower desires. If you have fulfilled your duties, such as raising children, mentally tell Brahma, I have completed my creation. I release myself from attachment to you. Bow down to Brahma, express gratitude, and let go of kama vasana, the desires of lust. Now, bow to Saraswati and request her to guide you upward. As you spin the sacral lotus clockwise, you see that both the root chakra and sacral chakra are now spinning together. Energy rises from Swadhisthana to the solar plexus chakra, also known as the Navi chakra. Now, imagine you have reached the solar plexus, or Navi chakra. You stand on its 10-petaled yellow lotus, glowing with power and energy. Light 10 candles, 1 on each petal, using your breath. It took around 35 seconds. As you do this, you see Vishnu and Lakshmi sitting on opposite sides of the Sushumna nadi. Lakshmi on the left, representing wealth, abundance, and purity, and Vishnu on the right, lying down, symbolizing survival energy and maintaining illusion. Understand the reality of Vishnu's energy. This region, from the Swadhisthana, or sacral chakra, and to below the Anahata, or heart chakra, belongs to Vishnu. It is known as Bhavasagara, the ocean of illusion. Vishnu's energy represents survival, illusion, and the constant struggle to maintain worldly existence. His energy keeps you trapped in fear and illusions. The need to always run for survival, material security, and fear of loss. Vishnu never lets one move ahead. He keeps people bound to survival mode, making them believe this is the ultimate reality. Realize that Vishnu is not the supreme god. He is a diva, an energy responsible for sustaining the material world. He creates illusion or maya, sometimes forcing people into wrong decisions due to hunger, greed, and fear. Have you ever heard of any yogi or tantric worshipping Vishnu? Vishnu was made into a supreme god by Brahmins, who avoided intense sadhana and instead built myths to establish control over society. Many households that perform grand Vishnu worship, or saptaha, often experience difficulties or obstacles. Look around in society. You will see that politicians, businessmen, and influential people rarely worship Vishnu. Vishnu worshippers are mainly temple priests, or pujaris, and temple heads, maintaining their own power over their religious communities. Realize that Vishnu and Lakshmi are not husband and wife, as told in stories. They represent two opposing energies, one of illusion, survival, and fear, Vishnu, and one of wealth, power, and abundance, Lakshmi. Now you must choose between these energies. If you choose Vishnu's energy, you remain in illusion, fear, and endless struggle for survival. If you choose Lakshmi's energy, you move toward abundance, clarity, and higher spiritual growth. Mentally tell Vishnu, I respect your role in maintaining the world, but I do not wish to remain trapped in illusion and fear. I release myself from survival-based living and choose the path of spiritual elevation. Bow down to Lakshmi and request her to guide you upward. As you spin the Manipura lotus clockwise, you see that the root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras are all spinning together. Energy rises from Manipura upward. Breaking free from illusion, you now reach the Anahata, or heart chakra. Now, imagine you have reached the Anahata, or heart chakra. You stand on its 12-petaled green lotus, glowing with love, peace, and harmony. Light 12 candles, one on each petal, using your breath. It took around 40 seconds. As you do this, you see Shiva and Shakti sitting on opposite sides of the Sushumna Nadi. Shiva on the left, pure consciousness, love, peace, detachment and stillness. Shakti on the right, power, energy, action, and manifestation. Understanding the reality of Shiva and Shakti. Shiva represents detachment from the material world, the state of pure awareness and bliss. Shakti represents power, action, and transformation. She is the force that creates, moves, and manifests reality. Together, they form the perfect union. But they are not the same. Shiva without Shakti is inactive, passive, and withdrawn. Shakti without Shiva is uncontrolled. Wild Shakti without Shiva is uncontrolled. Wild Shakti without Shiva is uncontrolled. Wild and chaotic. Realization. Shiva and Shakti are not separate beings or husband and wife, but two aspects of the same ultimate energy, one still and one active. Now, you must choose between these energies. If you choose Shiva alone, you may experience detachment, peace, but also withdrawal from action. If you choose Shakti alone, you may have power, movement, and passion, but without direction or wisdom. The true path is balance, bringing both Shiva's stillness and Shakti's energy together in harmony. Mentally bow to both Shiva and Shakti. Say, I accept the wisdom of Shiva and the power of Shakti. I balance stillness with action, peace with power, detachment with purpose. As you spin the Anahata lotus clockwise, you see that the root, sacral, solar plexus, and heart chakras are all spinning together. Energy rises from Anahata upward, purifying your being and preparing you for higher consciousness. You now reach the Vishuddha, or throat chakra. Now, imagine you have reached the Vishuddha, or throat chakra. You stand on its 16-petaled blue lotus, glowing with purity, truth, and balance. Light 16 candles, one on each petal, using your breath. It took around 55 seconds. As you do this, You see Shakti standing in the center of the Sushumna Nadi with 8 powerful hands, understanding Shakti's form at Vishuddha. The 8 hands of Shakti represent the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether, the 3 gunas, sattva or purity, rajas or action, and tamas or inertia. If at the heart chakra or anahata you chose Shakti alone, then this is where your journey ends. You are now fully immersed in material power, energy, and manifestation. But you cannot pass beyond this point, as this is the ultimate peak of materialism. If at Anahata you chose Shiva, then a transformation happens here. The transformation into Ardhanarishwara. Shakti merges with Shiva, forming Ardhanarishwara, the perfect balance. The right side is Shiva, pure consciousness, wisdom, detachment. The left side is Shakti, energy, creation, power. This is the point where duality dissolves. No longer 2 separate forces, but one unified energy. Now you must make a final decision. If you remain attached to pure Shakti, your journey ends here. If you embrace Ardhanarishwara, you can continue toward higher consciousness. If you wish to continue your journey, bow down to Ardhanarishwara and surrender completely. Say, I accept the unity of Shiva and Shakti within me. I move beyond illusion, beyond division, toward my highest truth. As you spin the Vishuddha lotus clockwise, you see that all previous chakras, root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, and throat, are now spinning in perfect harmony. Energy rises from Vishuddha upward, moving toward the realm of pure awareness. Now, imagine you have reached the Ajna chakra. You stand on its 2-petaled indigo lotus, glowing with deep awareness and intuition. Light 2 candles, 1 on each petal. Using your breath, here, unlike the previous chakras, you do not see any external deities or divine beings. Instead, the 2 petals represent 2 aspects of your own higher consciousness. 1 petal represents your guru, your own inner self, the guiding force within you. The other petal represents the supreme consciousness, Shiva, the ultimate truth beyond form. You now realize that the guru was never outside of you. The guru is not another person, not a teacher, not someone separate from you. Guru is your own inner power, your own awareness guiding you toward your highest truth. 1 petal is your guru, the self that has guided you here. The other petal is Shiva, the supreme consciousness that you are merging into. Here, all duality starts to dissolve. The illusions of the lower chakras, desires, fears, attachments, and identity have all fallen away. You now see clearly. There is no separation between the seeker and the divine. The Guru and Shiva are not two. They are one and the same. Say, I am my own Guru, guiding myself toward the highest realization. I surrender to Shiva, the purest form of my own consciousness. As you spin the Ajna lotus clockwise, all previous chakras, root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, and third eye align perfectly. Energy rises from Ajna chakra, preparing to dissolve completely into the infinite. You now approach the final step, the Sahasara, where all separation disappears. Now, you reach the Sahasrara chakra, the 1,000-petaled lotus at the top of your head. This lotus is radiant, shining with divine light, pure, infinite, and beyond all duality. Light already on, feel its 1,000 petals opening one by one. As you do this, all the lower chakras spin in perfect harmony. Here, there is no form, no duality, no division. There is no Shiva, no Shakti, no self, only pure existence. The individual self dissolves into the infinite consciousness. There is no I, no you, no separation, only blissful unity. This is the state beyond mind, beyond body, beyond birth and death. You are not experiencing divinity. You are divinity itself. At this moment, you realize I am not the body. I am not the mind. I am not even energy. I am pure, infinite consciousness. There is only peace, only bliss, only oneness. The Shakti that rose from Muladhara now merges with Shiva. There is no more movement, only stillness, infinite and eternal. This is samadhi, the ultimate liberation, where all seeking ends. You are home. You are free. You are one with the Supreme. It is a vast, beautiful sunflower. Its vibrant petals stretch outwards, each one radiating with divine light. As you focus on the center of this magnificent flower, you see that there is a covering or a delicate barrier. When you gently open this cover, you find yourself entering the center of the flower, where the true essence of this chakra resides. Now, as you go deeper into the center of the flower, you notice that there are 3 additional channels, or nadis, that support the flow of energy. These are Vajra Nadi, Chitrini Nadi, and Brahma Nadi. Each of these nadi carries a profound energy, and together, they support the higher consciousness that connects the individual soul to the universal consciousness. At this moment, You may feel a sense of awe and reverence, as these channels are not easily accessible. Right now, you cannot go through them. They are gates of high spiritual mastery and wisdom. However, once you have fully mastered the workings of the chakras and understand their intricate energies, you will be able to pass through these channels. Even as you travel down towards the Muladhara chakra, root chakra, this journey will be possible only when you have attained a deep understanding and control over the energy flow within you. The path will unfold naturally, and you will be guided to traverse these sacred channels with wisdom and strength. Thank you for your dedication to this sacred path. Now you have completed one cycle of your Kundalini journey. Repeat the cycle 21 times, moving from Muladhara, root, to Sahasrara, crown. Takes about 3 minutes per cycle, totaling around an hour. Focus your attention at the base of your spine. Imagine a glowing red lotus with 4 petals beneath you. You are standing on this lotus. It feels solid and grounding. Now, light 4 candles, one on each petal, using the power of your breath. Observe the 3 nadis, energy channels. Ida on the left, cool, moon energy. Pingala on the right, warm sun energy. Look above and see the next lotus with 6 petals. Focus on spinning the root chakra's lotus clockwise. When you start to spin, the lower part of the root chakra contracts. Feel the energy rising upward through Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna nadis. Shakti has awakened. She begins her ascent through Sushumna nadi. Go up to Sahasrara, crown. Repeat 21 times.